Hello again, everyone. Now, what I need to do is to change the text and the layout for the header. So if we go to the front page, and here we can see that we have a button. So let's get rid of this. We don't need a button. Also, oops, what did I do? So submit. Okay, we have this form. Get rid of the form, the whole form. Okay, we have an H1, so let's save and let's get back and reload. And we have this heading. And if we go to what I want to do is add a description beneath the heading. Okay, so let's make this shorter and add beneath it, and maybe we can add something else. Let's see. Let's get these, and here instead of the form, we can add a paragraph with lead and say this is a description. Okay, save. Let's get back and reload. Okay, it's bad. The heading normally will be shorter in normal ways. So description for the heading section. Oops. Oh, I lost the electricity, so let's just reload for now. Okay. What I want to do now is to pause the video and plug in the generator. So now if we get back here, and let's make this text longer. Okay, and let's save. Let's get back and reload. So basically we need to change these structure or the text of the heading. We need to change the heading and the description. Okay, so basically if we get into our customizer, we have this heading section. So what I want to do is I want to go to the customizer, and here we can add something like these options. So let's add some heading text. Okay, and let's go on the WP customize and then add setting. Okay, and let's heading text and add an array. Okay, so for that array, basically we need to add the default value. So for the default, we need to call this escape, and let's say heading title, and then we pass the name of our theme. Okay, and the second is of course, is the type, and for the type, we call the theme mod. Okay, and after that we need of course to add control, so customize, and then we add control, and let's call this heading text control. Okay, and for the array we basically need to add a label. So for the label we can add um, also heading title, and then we pass the name of our blog or our theme, and then we add the section, which is in our case heading section, and then we pass the settings. For the settings we need to pass these heading text, and of course we can add a priority. And for the priority I will add this as the third one. Okay, let's save and let's get back and let's reload. Okay, in the heading section we can see that we have now this text input. We can put the title right here, the title text, and the default value is the heading text. We already put that here, heading title. So basically we need to get back and change that, link this text into this input from the customizer. Okay, so let's get back and let's get into, we need to go to our front page, and in the title here, instead of displaying this plain text, we need to get theme mod, and then we pass the setting name, which is heading text. Okay, and then we pass a default value, so heading title text. Okay, I think we need to echo. So let's save for now, and let's get back here and let's reload, and now we can see our text. Perfect. Okay, so basically if we reload here and let's get into here and change this to 1, you can see the changes here. You can save and publish and reload, and here we go. Okay, so also we can change the description the same way. So if you get back and let's say that this is the title text, and let's copy everything here. Let's get down here and description. Okay, for the heading text, I will call this heading description desk. And for the text, let's copy the same text here. Let's get back out here, see. Okay, so let's paste that here. And for instead of heading text, we need the heading description, and for heading title, heading description, and for the section will be the same, and for the settings will be heading description, and here will be before. And let's save, let's get back, and let's reload, and now we can see the description here. So we need to link that to our front page. So let's get into here and add basically the same here, the same PHP, copy and paste, heading desk. Okay, and for the default value, I will grab the same text here, and let's basically this default value is different of this default value. Okay, this default value is for the customizer, and this default value is for the page itself. Okay, for the template. So let's save, and let's get back and reload. Now you can see our text. So if we get back here and reload, and let's get into here, so we can. Okay, this is the description. So let's get and reload. Okay, and everything looks good. Okay. So now I want to add an optional button down here so we can control it from our customizer. So if we get back into the front page down here, or you know what, let's add the button after we integrate the uh, alpha colors. So for the color and the uh, I will add the button after I integrate the color alpha color in our theme. So first, let's if you want, get back here. If you want to change the color uh, in the customizer, basically the default uh, settings will just give you just a plain color, like a blue and just a white, red. Okay, we don't have any opacity option in the colors inside our customizer. So in the normal way, we instead uh, in the customizer, when we need to add a control and use the color, we basically can instantiate a class called WP Customize Color Control, and that would give us a hexadecimal color. Okay, so in this case, we don't have an RGBA color. We just have RGB color. So if we need to use opacity in our theme and to select colors with the opacity, we don't have that option in the normal way of customizer color. So to solve that issue, we need to import something else from another package. So let's look for WP Customize alpha color. Okay, and if you get into here, you can see that we have customizer controls, customizer alpha color. So let's get into here. Okay, so basically it would give us this option with this opacity options. So we have a color and also we have the opacity with it. Okay, so let's get into the how to install documentation. You can see that we need to require function load, customize, register. We can require first. We need to require this uh, function. So let's get into here. Okay, customizer. Okay. So let's look for alpha color picker. And you'll see that I think that's the package we want to install. Yeah, that's it. So basically, we need to install and include this package uh, inside our theme. So basically, you need to go to components here and download the whole package. You can go ahead and download that package, or you can just go to customizer, have a color picker, and grab this one, this file. You can copy everything inside it. So what I want to do is to download the whole package. Okay, so let's download. Okay, so I already have that file. So I go to here. This is the zip file. Inside it, you can find inside customizer alpha color picker. So you need to grab that folder. So what I will do here is I will go to my Apache hosting. So it's inside, let's see, oops, lamp and htdocs and here. Okay, inside themes, WP blog, and inside ink, and I will grab this folder inside ink. Okay, so we have all the files inside our project. So let's close this. So now if we go to the documentations, we can see here we need, basically we need to first require that file, which is the alpha color pickers inside our folder. So I'll copy this. Let's go to here, and at the top of your function you can paste that in, and we need to go first to ink and then go to that alpha color picker and then pick that file. Okay, so now we can use that library inside our project. So let's add that option into our customizer. So basically we need first to add setting, and then we add a control. Basically we need to control the background color. If you inspect the heading, you can see that we have an overlay div, and for that div we have a background color that controls the color of the background of the image. So we need to display or control that color inside our theme. Okay, and for that color also we have an opacity, so that's why we integrated that library, so we can use opacity, which we can't use in the normal way inside customizer. Okay, so let's go to our code and let's change this heading, uh, background background color. Okay, and let's add WP. Oops. And then we add setting, and for the setting I will call it heading background color, and then we pass an array of options. Okay, for the default value I will pick up the color from here. So let's reload and let's pick up this color, and also we need to change that to opacity of 0.3, so we need to convert this into RGBA. So let's use X to RGBA, and we can find some tool to convert, yeah, X value. So let's paste that here and let's X. Okay, so we can grab this and we can change then the value of the opacity. So in our case it's 0.38. Okay, then we need the type. So as usual it's theme mod, and we need to add a capability. Oops, I was doing that. Edit theme options for the transports. Let's refresh. Oops, let's do that. Okay, never mind. And then we need to add the control. Then we can call this and add control. And for the control, we call this class instantiate WP customize alpha color. Okay, and we have multiple options. So in our case, if you go to the documentation, let's close this, let's go to here, you'll find that to use that, first you need to create the setting, and after that we create instantiate the class. We pass this WP customize object as a first parameter, so let's pass this here. Okay, and then we add the control name. So the control, in this case, let's change this into control, and then we pass the array of options. So in this case, we have label, we have show opacity, which is optional. We have the settings, and we have the section. So let's add this. Okay, we have label. Let's add the label. In this case, heading background color, and we pass our theme name, and then we pass this section, which is heading section, and then we pass the settings. Okay, and the settings is heading background color, and then we can pass the priority. It's gonna be 5th option. Okay, so let's save that, and let's just make sure about the WP customize alpha color. Where is it? Customize. It's not WP, it's customize alpha color control. So it's customize alpha color control. Okay, let's save that. Let's get back here to our customizer and reload. So we have, okay, we have error warning, fail to open stream such file. That's weird because it's getting into themed reload. It's already in ink. That's weird. Yes, it's my fault, because we already inside ink, so we need to get rid of this. We are just in the directory name, it will gives us the directory into ink folder. So inside ink folder, after the ink folder, you need to go to the output color picker. So let's try this now. Okay. So for the heading section, we have now the heading background color, which we don't have the animation or the CSS and the JavaScript. So basically, we forgot maybe to import that files. Isn't that right? So if we go to alpha, we have the alpha color picker, and we have this file, this CSS. Let's read me. Okay, we need to include the JavaScript also with the CSS file. Okay. So if we go to the file alpha color picker, you can see that the default value is this one. So we need to change this into ink, and then inside ink we have this folder, and inside it we have these JavaScript file. So also we need to change the directory into the CSS. So let's save that for now, and let's try this. Okay, heading section, and now we have our color picker, which is very good. Okay, we have the default color here, and basically we can change the opacity from here. As you can see, we can change the color from here. We can change a lot of things actually. So that's perfect. So now we can go to link that into our overlay of that section. So if we open this and see that we have this background color on this element, so we need to go to our CSS first. Let's close these and let's look for this element. Basically we need to comment out these two options or these two properties. Okay, and then we need to go into our customizer, and in the function of the CSS here we need to add this element, and we need to change to the background color into, and we'll get that from, let's echo get theme mod, and the name or of the setting is, where is it? It's here. This is the setting we need to control, or we need to get from our customizer, and we need to add a default value. So I'll grab the same value here and I will paste that here and I will save. Then let's go here and let's control F5 to clear the cache because we edited the CSS file. Okay, so let's get into here and see if we can change the color. Okay, it looks, actually it's not refreshing. Why is that? Why it's not refreshing? I think it's working. Why it's, okay, let's reload. Okay, let's change that. Okay, it's working. You can see that if we change the color, for example, with that like green, you can see that we can change that from here. You can add some opacity, of course. Okay, and you can get back into the default value, of course. If we get to green and add the opacity, and let's publish, for example, and you will see that the change is being applied on our template. So, which is, of course, is perfect. So let's get back into default and publish, and that's better, of course. So what I want to do also, I want to add a button here, so that would be easy. Let's go into our, first let's go to our landing page and go down here. So if we add a div with the class masthead button, okay, and then we add an anchor tag with button, and let's see, button default or primary, it's bootstrap values, and let's add a text here. Let's add portfolio, we'll change these links from the customizer, of course. So let's add some link. uh, Portfolio. Let's add my portfolio. I'll add mine, you can add yours, of course. So let's save and check that here in our templates. Okay, we have this portfolio button. So to control that from here, we need basically to add an option inside our customizer. So let's first we need to enable and make an option to enable and disable that button. So I will copy this option for enabling this section and space that here, and button enable. And actually we don't need to add a section, we need to here. Okay, let's get back. Enable heading button, and then we add as enable button, and for the control we add the same name of the setting. In this case, section, heading section, priority is let's see, it's 5, make this 6, and enable button. Okay, okay, let's save and let's get back and reload, and we have this enable button. So let's link that into here. So instead, let's make that here, and let's make an if statement, and let's say if true, that true, get theme mod of this option, which is enable button. If it is true, then we need to display this div or this button. Okay, if it is not, we don't want to display that button. And if, and let's save, let's get back and reload, and let's go to down here, and we can now enable and disable that button from here. Okay, so also I want to change the link and the text of that button. So basically we can add an option here instead of displaying the title. Let's add this option, copy that, get down here, button, let's add this here, okay, button, this will be capital, and button title, and heading text, which is not heading text, so heading section, and this 7. Let's save and let's get into our front page, and let's display that in here. So basically we can echo, actually let's make this bigger. Echo get theme mod, and we need the customize button text, and instead the default value will be portfolio. Did we change that here? Where's the default button? Let's change that into portfolio. Or let's leave that like this. Button title. Also, we need to add the text, so let's also copy this and get down here and paste that in. We need a button link, so let's change text into link, and here link, button link, address. Okay, button link. Let's change that to 8. Let's save. Let's get into, first copy this. Let's also get into here, and instead of this, we need to echo get theme mod. We need this link, and for the default I will put my link. So okay, so let's save. Let's get back to customizer and reload. Okay, now we have this button title, and we can go to heading and change that from here into portfolio. Okay, and also we can change the address, which is the default value should be, let's go down, get back into here, it should be like this. So I will copy this and paste that here. Okay, let's reload. Okay, oops, what did I do? Sorry about that. It should be right here. Okay, sorry about this. Let's reload heading section, and now we have this this default link. Okay, so I think that's it for the heading. I will continue in the next video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later.